everyone, my name is Shelemental, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, guys, as I'm sure you guys have seen on every corner of the internet, the BattleTag Thrasth alpha models have just dropped. The official alpha hasn't come out yet, but data mined models have come out, and they look incredible, let me tell you guys. So in this video, I'm just going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the models, how I think they'll impact the game, some of just the textures and everything in between, and a lot more have been added since most of those videos have come out, so this will actually have some pretty exclusive models near the end of the video. So let's get right into it, guys. So starting off, we have Anduin Wrynn, and I personally love his new armor. I think it looks great. I really think it captures his change from boyhood into manhood, and I really think if you're an Alliance player, you should be really happy with this. And yeah, next up we have his steed, his horse, which looks way better than any horse in game. I mean, I'm a paladin. I mean, Jesus Christ, if I got this thing to ride around on, look at just like the tail, the braids, the Alliance field. This thing is absolutely incredible, and this is by far the best horse we've ever seen in game, and I seriously doubt we're going to get it in game unless we fight him as a final boss, which would be kind of cool. Next up, we have the Zandalari travel form, which looks amazing. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's let's see, combat critical. Look at this thing, guys. It is the Zandalari. That's the flight form. Like, once you guys are a Zandalari troll, you guys can fly around while being a freaking pterodactyl. Like, how cool is that? And more than just that, your ground form is a raptor. I mean, these models look incredible just from the scales and the texture, and just the detail in these is just mind-boggling how good it looks. Next up, we have Jaina. Not gonna spend too much time on this. I really like her. It has a very culture-esque feel with the blue and the gold, and I really am happy with how they did this model. Next up, we have her mother. And this, not much to say about it. Very culture-esque. You got the shoulders, you got the high collar, and you even got like the anchor in the back, and looks pretty good. Next up, we have this guy who there's no official name for him yet. I'm gonna guess he's gonna be a dungeon boss if I had to take a shot in the dark personally, or maybe he'll be a raid boss. But to me, it looks more like a dungeon boss, and it looks like look, his arm just fell off. It looks like he's been corrupted by maybe old god stuff. It looks mostly like void if you really get up in there, right there at that texture. It looks like it would be void type stuff, and he looks really cool. He's got the spikes coming out of his back, and it almost looks like a tree has been infused with him, like from the cinematic, those like trees with faces things, and his arm keeps falling off. Just really overall cool. Next up, we have the troll queen, who I can't exactly remember what her name is, so I'm not gonna try and give you guys a name, but I have read some places that they think this is old god influence up here. I don't personally see it. I don't know a ton about the old gods, but that looks like it would just be like a spiritual helm, and probably signifying royalty with, you know, you got the darker colors too, which is really good, and she looks like she's royalty, like she is the leader of the Zandalari trolls. Next up, this is the mount I might be most excited for in BattleTag Thrasth so far. The freaking B mount. Look at this thing, guys. Let's see if we can get walk. Oh no, it's not gonna work. Okay. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the just like the individual texture of each, I don't know what you call it, like feather. I don't know, not feather, whatever. The wings, like this B mount looks a little bit creepy and a little bit awesome. I mean, look at that stinger, guys. This thing, I couldn't be more excited, and I really like how up here it's like a honeycomb with like the little stick up top. I really like that feature as the saddle, and I don't know, the B mount's just like absolutely amazing. I'll show you guys the black version too. Any of these look incredible, and I can't wait to get my hands on that. I'm really gonna look for that. Next up, we have the blood trolls, which I'll only click on a few of these because there's a ridiculous amount of models here, guys. There's so many we have to go through. I'll click on one of them. They have obviously blood on their hands, their legs, and they look really creepy. Possible subrace in the future, I don't know. It's kind of like almost it's like, why would we have an enemy as a subrace? You know what I mean? Or an allied race, sorry. Like the ones that we have so far, we've been allies with, but these we're gonna be fighting, and they look absolutely amazing. I mean, they got the blood all over them, lots of spikes. Look at the face; it's all pale. Just absolutely amazing how those models are looking. Next up, we got a little bit of like the bulkier version, same dealio. Just very bulky, scary. You got blood all over them. They're making sacrifices. It really captures the essence of what I think they should be. And this looks pretty awesome. This will probably be a dungeon boss or a elite or rare NPC, just based on how they have the big horns and stuff. attached to their back, so they probably killed like an elk to get that, and just it really has a cool feel to it. Next up, we have the Kul Tiran female. Oh, she was naked there for a second. So we have obviously a little bit chubbier because they're more hardy people, I'll say. So they spend a lot of time at their dock, so they're going to be a little bit bigger. And I would love to see these as a sub race. I mean, look at the males, guys. They're bulky. They look like, I don't know, like lumberjacks in this one with that hat. But they look like they've been around and like they know what they're doing and they are ready to like go take on everything. Like, look at this guy. Like, I would love, because I'm trying to reroll Alliance on another server right now so I can have both factions. I would love to get a human version of one of these Kul Tiran males. I mean, they look absolutely amazing, and I like how they're like bigger and bulkier, and the humans really don't have much customization to them, so this is really good. And I think armor actually works really well on them. I mean, look at that ship hat, look at the shoulders. It just, even the sword sticking out the back, I think armor, it really fits them good. Next up, we have the female Zandalari troll. I'll only click on one of these and say very brief thoughts about it. Yeah, it's a Zandalari troll female. They're going to be a future allied race. Look really good. I love the texture of like these scales almost inside their hands throughout their body. I think it looks really amazing. And the male model is definitely what I'm going to be rolling because I love what they look like. And I can't wait for those travel forms. Those are so cool. Next up, we have the Srry, and these are, again, an enemy, and if they're going to add the blood trolls, maybe they'll give these to the Alliance, which even though they're going to be in the Zandalar zones, maybe this could be an Alliance allied race, but these things look incredible. This I would absolutely roll if this was possible. I mean, they got the snake vibe, but they also got the vibe that they like, look at that, they got like crystals in their shoulder, almost like they mined for that, or I don't know, it just really looks great. Fan of them. The Vulpera, I would be shocked if these weren't an allied race at some point, guys. Similar to the size of a gnome or a dwarf. Look at these things. They're cute, they're cuddly, but they also look kind of badass just with how they have bones in their bag, and just they almost look like they're ready to fight. And I'd be really surprised if the Alliance didn't get these at a allied race, because armor seems to suit them pretty well. They're small, they're cute, they look really good. And obviously there's so many different variations of them, and this was actually in a dungeon, I believe. And look at that. I mean, the shoulders fit them fine. We got a necklace, which that'd be cool if necklaces started appearing in Battle for Azeroth on certain models. Animals, we got obviously adorable pig. Nothing more to say about that. This is definitely going to be a boss. There's no way this thing isn't going to be a rare or something. I mean, look at this ugly ass pig with the giant cleaver. He's got the bones, he's got food as if he's luring in his prey and then killing them. This thing looks amazing. So I wonder if he'll spawn these piglets on you, because this thing almost looks corrupted. He'll spawn these on you and you'll fight him. This thing, oh, it's a chicken. Oh my god, I didn't even see this when I first looked at this. Really fluffy chicken, adorable. They're really redoing all these models with higher textures. I mean, for example, look at this cat. I mean, look at the stripes in that, the detail. I'm really excited to get to go out and see these in the world. And then we obviously got the chubbier cat, probably around Kul Tiran. And this is interesting. I was looking at this earlier because I briefly glanced through some of them. This one, with the witch hat and the glowy eyes, I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be a secret at some point, like a secret pet, because of the way that it looks unique to other cat models, and pet collectors love cats, so I wouldn't be surprised for that. Here, again, Spectral Cat. Wouldn't be surprised if this is either a rare drop or a secret, because Spectral is very popular in WoW, and obviously we got a new frog model, which is looking very big, so I wonder if we'll actually be fighting these. But the models in Battle for Azeroth just look incredible. And next up, we got these bat creatures, which I read somewhere that these are going to be a mount. Don't quote me on that, but I think these are actually going to be a mount, and these things look freaky as hell. I mean, they're spitting out blood, so obviously it's going to be something with the blood trolls. You can just tell that by looking at it. And look, they actually fly and stuff too. You can ride on their back. They're spiky, they're scary, and they look kind of similar to the other spider mount, just higher res, which I really, really like. So obviously we got more little spiders with little blood blankets back, pretty creepy. We got these things, which I don't know the exact name of these things, so I do apologize about that. But these things are going to be mounts, and these are going to be blood trolls again. So blood trolls have a lot of mounts that are coming with them, which I'd be surprised if it's just for the horde. But I mean, look at this thing, guys. The giant mouth, the tusks, the saddle. I mean, this thing looks like small but dangerous. That's all I'm going to say. Like, if this thing charged you in battle, you'd be terrified. So we have like baby versions of them, which are honestly adorable. Like, this thing is freaking cute. Next up, we have a blood goat pet, which very high res. It's got actual like sacrifices in its back, and it even has like an ear piercing and stuff. So I'd be surprised if this wasn't some rare drop or something. Next up, we have the new, I don't know. These are probably going to be engineering mounts. It's not been confirmed yet, but I would love to see this as an engineering mount because this thing, honestly, in my opinion, looks better than Mimron's head. I would much rather fly around in the ship and look at two-seater. I would love to be flying around this, like with a control panel, so high res, such a detail. If this was a blacksmithing or engineering mount, it'd look really, really great. And there's different variations, obviously. Next up, we have these hyena mounts, which Blizzard really stepping up the game with this. I mean, seriously, the texture on these things is just mind-boggling. How you actually got each strand of hair, the saddle has the bones in the back, and there's so many variations of these things. I can't wait to get one of these. Next up, we have the parrot mount, which is flying, which I find very curious because this thing, look, it actually has a hook in its leg, so I don't know how this thing would actually not fly or walk around, rather. So I'm curious if this thing's going to be added in about 8.2, because 0.2 patches seem to be the one where we get flying and we unlock the achievement. So if this thing was a flying achievement, maybe once you unlock it, you get this, or it's a rare drop and it unlocks in 8.2. That would be really cool because this thing definitely looks like it'd be a soul flying mount. And we obviously do have some variations of them. I actually really like the green one. I like the fade of its feathers. They all look amazing though. Next up, we have these new Proto Drake mounts, which is very interesting because we haven't seen them since Wrath of the Lich King. And I mean, look at these things. I mean, they got armor. The teeth look terrifying. The teeth were definitely not that prominent on the other ones. So I wonder if this is something to do with the blood trolls or the culture ass people. They've done something to them, but look absolutely amazing. We also have the big ass frog mounts. These look awesome, kind of creepy, but they even got roots inside their head. It looks like you literally pulled this out of the jungle, threw a saddle on it, and it's now yours. And I've been noticing there's about 3 variations for each, similar to the class mount. So I wonder if there'll be some system in game. Like, look at 3 variations, 3 variations. Oh, well, it's almost 4, but yeah, I wonder if there'll be some variation in game. And now we have these bug mounts, which do have a name, I can't remember. But these things, I don't know how to feel about them. I kind of like how they're armored, they're scaly, and I feel like this thing charging at you will, it'll slither a little bit. And very, very nice mounts. Next up, we have a bone T-Rex, and I don't know if this is going to be a mount or not. So far, all of them so far have been mounts, generally speaking, and it doesn't really have a saddle on it, so maybe it'll be a Zandalar mount, or it'll be something that we're fighting in the upcoming raid, Thirst Raid, which is going to be in Zandalar. And obviously just another elemental NPC, which they redid the model on. Looks amazing. And this is really cool. It's the Blood Bat, and this thing is definitely going to be done with Zandalar. Absolutely amazing, guys. Again, probably with 8.2 if I had to guess. I mean, look at the teeth. Look at just the texture on it. I can't wait to be getting some of these models. We obviously have some different bats. These are probably just going to be NPCs. We have different birds. Again, NPCs. Very high texture on these guys. If you guys actually are looking at these, I mean, very, very, very high texture. Let's keep going through. We have what's hopefully going to be a spider mount, but very unlikely because of the back. So these are probably just going to be things we're fighting, which look, they got webs in them. Very creepy, Blizzard. Good job on that. We really need to click on those. Just looks like more trolls. Here we got like a gecko raptor thing. I don't know. That would be cool as a mount, but they look kind of cool. New crabs. We don't need to look at those. These things are babies of, I think it's like the bug mount that I was talking about earlier. Okay, and this is my favorite mount by far that's going to be added. The dinosaur mount. We saw this in the trailer, and I mean, look at this thing, guys. This is the biggest mount currently in game, if they keep it about this size. And you've got the giant saddle. Okay, here, let's see a better version. You get the giant, oops, I clicked on another window. Sorry about that. You got the giant saddle. You got food on there. You got the long neck. Absolutely amazing, guys. I cannot wait to get these things in game. They just look mind-boggling. I know I've said that so many times, but they really are. Obviously, just more things we're gonna be fighting, more enemies, whatever. More enemies. There's a lot of things here, guys, so I'm gonna kind of move around nice and quick. This thing's probably gonna end up being a mount. Just looking at that, I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually create this as a mount. And it's almost got, it looks like old god influence. It's got kind of dust coming out of its eyes, and it looks like it's been corrupted by something. These things, I have no clue what the hell these were. I was looking at them. They're like mushroom people. Definitely something with culture ass if I had to take a shot in the dark. Spiders, obviously. Creepy. Don't really need to look at those anymore. More of the crap, what are they called? The snake people. Sorry, I'm forgetting all the names, but this one looks like it's being held up for a ritual or something, because look, it's got the crystals inside, and then it's holding up very straight, which I thought was very interesting. Obviously new skeletons, which look pretty cool. If you guys want to see those. These ones are a little bit bulkier too, which gives me an idea that these would be the culture ass ones, and then these would be like the standard, maybe like dwarf almost. I was gonna say human, but those look kind of small for a human now I'm looking back at it. New models for everything. Oh, these are the new horses. I should actually tell you guys about these. So new models, perfect. Like I literally love these. If we got Anduin's mount, that would be the best thing in the world. But these things are very muscly. You can see the hair in them. The tail has a lot of texture on it. The saddle looks great. And we're going to be getting a crap ton of these. And probably not for Horde, unfortunately. But Alliance, you guys should be excited because look, you got the pots and pans. It makes you want to go out in Battle for Azeroth and go and grind these. This is a horse with a spear with a culture ass. So I'm kind of wondering if this is going to be a culture ass, like a racial mount almost. Because I thought we were getting those with allied races, but we'll have to see. New children, which is a little bit interesting. This one's spectral, which I don't know, that maybe it's just like an undead, but a lot of the spectral things are really making me wonder about what's going to happen. This thing, I have no clue what the hell this thing is. It looks like probably going to be something we fight or is in allies with like the gnomes or maybe even the dark iron dwarves, because it's got the lights. It looks very gnomish to me, and it's got the kind of look that it's ready for battle, obviously with the electrocution there, but I don't know exactly what those are going to be. More children. We got a blood spider. I apologize about that, guys. Someone just walked into my room. Obviously, we got the blood spider model again, as I was saying, or not blood, sorry, fire. Really good looking. That'd be kind of a cool pet. We got like metal chickens, which is interesting. A lot of this metal, it seems like it's being influenced. Like even here, like all this is metal, which I wonder if that's going to somehow play a factor in there. We got this guy is a dungeon boss. The name was revealed in the very pre-stages during BlizzCon, but very, very cool with his big necklaces. He's got the tooth, everything. Looks really awesome. We got more of the Quillbores, and they are very high res. I mean, look at how close I can get to his face and still see all those hairs, his eyes. Really cool. Yeah, so just looking at some of these other models, we got high-res sharks. These are freaking awesome. If we got a shark mount, I think that would be so cool. I mean, this thing looks amazing. It's got spikes in it. So yeah, guys, as I was saying, the shark models just look really awesome. Again, some issue. This thing, electrocution. Again, we're seeing a lot of metal and electrocution and the power of electricity in this. So I wonder if that'll somehow play a factor. I'm going to skip over a lot of this because this is just repeats, like of the frog. This looks like a Tauren skeleton, which looks really cool. We're just going to keep going through. Oh, these turtle people. Not official name to these yet, as far as I know. These would be an amazing allied race. Blizzard, give me this allied race. I don't care. Alliance, Horde, if I have to grind out for like 100 million years, I want to be able to play as this thing. And it looks like they can put shoulders on them. The actual chest plate looks like it would be kind of difficult. They do have a belt, obviously, but I feel like the only thing that wouldn't work is the feet, which it doesn't work like with trolls already, and the hands. But otherwise, this guy looks really awesome. We obviously got the bulkier Zandalari, which if this is going to be an allied race, I think that'd be kind of cool to have a bulkier type guy. This ghost thing, which looks really amazing. This is definitely going to be a raid boss or something we fight inside of a raid. Just the way it looks, the swords, the Zandalar influence, it's going to probably be within the first raid. And I think a lot of these models are going to be within the first raid. This is obviously the new like freaky tree person with that same corruption I was talking to you guys about, whether or not it's dark druid magic or old god culture ass things. We got a new witch model. We got this thing, which no clue what this thing is. I mean, no clue if this is going to be an enemy, a mount, a pet. That could be literally anything. And we got this fiery undead, which looks really cool. We see a lot of fire, too. There's been quite a few different fire mobs, so I wonder if we'll be getting a raid with that. And, yeah, that's a lot of the new models. Obviously, we got the new, like, I don't know what you want to call this, Zandalar living statue model, but that's basically all the new models that have been data mined with the new Battle for Azeroth Alpha. I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, before we go, this is Queen Azshara, just to wrap up the video, if she wants to load. All right, we'll try without model viewer. There we go. Okay, very scary stuff. I mean, very, like, look at how long, like, her tentacles are. This is Queen Azshara in the flesh, and So if you guys are excited for this, drop a like on the video, comment down below if you guys made it to the end, and if you guys did, I really do appreciate that. I hope you guys are excited. These models are just getting me hyped. Like, some of these models I can't wait to get as mounts. Like, for example, the sharks would be really cool. The new horse model looks absolutely amazing. I'm just trying to see. There's the horses. What else do we have? These new gorilla models. I kind of skipped over these. These would be cool as mounts, but you never know what Blizz is actually going to do. And some of these new bugs. I mean, I can't wait to get some of these as mounts, guys. And more than anything is that dinosaur with the long neck. This thing is going to be a highlight of BattleTag Thrasth for me. So if you guys did enjoy it, like I said, drop a like, subscribe for more World of Warcraft content, comment down below if you guys made it to the end, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.